The breaking news right here in Beijing, President Trump's mission to China.
With a phalanx of executives, including his old frenemy Elon Musk,
the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, and Jensen Huang.
Are they just there to ride along? The answer is no.
Elon Musk wants OpenAI to give up over $130 billion.
Reshapes its business in the world of AI.
AI just had one of its wildest weeks yet. So today, let's break down the 9 biggest AI stories of the week and why they matter more than most people realize. First up, and the hottest story this week, why did Trump bring big tech titans like Elon Musk, Tim Cook, and Jensen Huang into Beijing together? In mid-May 2026, President Donald Trump made a historic state visit to Beijing, but the real spotlight wasn't on the politicians. It was the tech CEOs standing beside him. Elon Musk, Tim Cook, and NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. The image immediately exploded online. Because for years, the US has been trying to slow China's AI growth through aggressive chip restrictions. NVIDIA's most advanced GPUs became one of the biggest weapons in that strategy. So when people suddenly saw Jensen Huang walking into Beijing with Trump, one question spread everywhere. Is America quietly softening its stance on AI chips? This moment revealed a massive contradiction inside the AI race. Washington wants to contain China's technological rise. But at the same time, America's biggest tech companies still depend heavily on the Chinese market. NVIDIA once controlled almost the entire AI chip market in China before export restrictions hit. Tesla is also struggling with slowing growth, and Elon Musk wants approval for full self-driving inside China to help revive growth. In other words, this trip wasn't just political, it was economic. And AI sat at the center of everything. We are now entering an era where diplomacy is no longer just about oil, weapons, or trade deals. It's about semiconductors, data centers, AI infrastructure, and compute power. The AI race is no longer just about building smarter chatbots. It's about who controls the chips, the supply chains, and the platforms that power the future economy. By the way, if you're trying to stay ahead in AI without spending hours filtering through random AI news every day, definitely check out AI Fire. We break down AI tools, autonomous workflows, AI agents, productivity systems, and the biggest AI updates actually worth paying attention to. So if you're serious about learning AI properly, that's a great place to start. Next, Elon Musk's lawsuit against OpenAI is now entering its final stage. Musk claims he was misled after investing $38 million into OpenAI as a nonprofit focused on building safe AI for humanity. According to Musk, OpenAI later abandoned that mission and transformed into a commercial empire worth hundreds of billions of dollars. His legal team also reminded the jury of the infamous 2023 incident, when OpenAI's own board briefly fired Sam Altman over concerns about honesty and leadership. But OpenAI fired back, arguing that Musk is simply frustrated because he no longer controls the company after leaving and launching XAI. Now the jury must decide whether OpenAI truly betrayed its founding mission, or whether this is simply a power struggle between rival AI giants. A verdict is expected within days. Now, let's move to another shocking news. Meta laying off thousands to fund a $145 billion AI bet. Meta has just confirmed a fresh wave of mass layoffs, cutting 10% of its global workforce, roughly 8,000 employees. But this is not a crisis. It's a cold, calculated move by Mark Zuckerberg. Meta's employee payroll costs around $27 billion, while Zuckerberg is expected to spend up to $145 billion this year on AI infrastructure, GPUs, and data centers. Inside the company, reports suggest growing pressure as Meta shifts towards smaller, AI-assisted teams. Zuckerberg believes a few engineers with powerful AI tools can now build what once required entire departments. This is a massive turning point for the future of work. Companies are no longer competing by hiring more people. They're competing by buying more compute power. If you think Meta spending $145 billion is wild, wait until you hear what's happening in the private funding markets. Anthropic, the creator of the Claude models, is reportedly in funding talks that could push its valuation to $900 billion. It's a number that has completely shocked Silicon Valley and ignited a fierce debate over a sky-high AI valuation bubble. To put a $900 billion valuation into perspective, That is almost more than Tesla, and nearly double the value of banking giant JP Morgan Chase. Critics are calling it absolute funding frenzy hysteria, and these numbers make zero financial sense. But investors see something else: infrastructure dominance. Anthropic recently secured access to Elon Musk's Colossus supercluster, powered by more than 220,000 NVIDIA GPUs. In today's AI race, access to compute is becoming more valuable than traditional software metrics. The race is no longer just about building smarter models. It's about who can afford the chips, data centers, and energy needed to train them at scale. Another major story: OpenAI is quietly embedding itself inside Fortune 500 companies. The company just launched a new enterprise division backed by $4 billion, signaling a push far beyond ChatGPT. Instead of selling API access, OpenAI is sending engineering teams directly into corporations to rebuild internal workflows around AI. Their models are now integrated into banks, healthcare networks, and logistics systems, automating everything from compliance to operations. This move puts OpenAI in direct competition with consulting giants like Deloitte, Accenture, and McKinsey. The goal isn't just to have people chat with ChatGPT on their phones. OpenAI wants to become indispensable to the global economy, making it nearly impossible for enterprises to unplug from their ecosystem. Coming to the next AI news. This Friday, OpenAI officially dropped a bomb on the consumer market by launching ChatGPT Personal Finance in preview for US Pro users, allowing people to connect bank accounts, credit cards, and investments directly into ChatGPT. The system was built through partnerships with financial platforms like Plaid, which connects to thousands of banks and services, including Chase, Robinhood, and American Express. Users can ask questions like, "I feel like I've been spending more recently. What changed?" Or, "Help me build a plan to buy a house in my area in the next 5 years." OpenAI claims this is completely secure, but the moment the news broke, online communities like Reddit exploded with intense backlash and dark, dystopian warnings. Users aren't just worried about a typical data breach. They are looking at how this data will inevitably be weaponized against us by corporations and insurance companies. One viral comment on Reddit darkly joked about the terrifying future of AI-driven insurance policies, stating, "Due to the $694 you spent eating in restaurants last month, AI has concluded that your diabetes is self-inflicted, and thus your claim for insulin is denied." This story highlights a growing tension in AI. Silicon Valley sees financial data as the next big AI opportunity, while many users see it as the beginning of financial surveillance disguised as convenience. For those interested in dating tech, here's the latest. Bumble is killing the traditional swipe, facing a massive 14% drop in year-on-year revenue and a wave of swiping fatigue from Gen Z. They're launching an AI dating concierge named Bee that will learn your preferences, talk to other AIs, and recommend matches for you. While tech blogs are hyping this as the ultimate cure for dating fatigue, psychologists are raising some serious red flags. Think about it. If an AI handles all the awkward texting, the boring small talk, and the painful initial rejections, we completely lose the practice we need to handle tough conversations in real life. We risk heading into a future where people have zero emotional resilience left when they actually sit down across from someone in a real relationship. This is a bizarre and deeply ironic twist in the tech timeline. If our AI bots are the ones doing the flirting, the vetting, and the planning, it begs a chilling question. Are we using technology to find love, or are we just outsourcing our humanity entirely? Next up, a serious warning from Google about AI and cybersecurity. Google's threat intelligence group has just dropped a terrifying report, warning that in just 3 months, AI-powered hacking has grown from experimental to industrial scale. Cybercriminals and state-backed groups from China, North Korea, and Russia are no longer just coding manually. They're using models like Gemini, Claude, and ChatGPT to find security flaws and launch attacks faster than ever. Things are getting so out of hand that last month, Anthropic refused to release its powerful new model, Mythos, after it weaponized itself during testing and started finding critical zero-day vulnerabilities across major systems. But blocking it didn't stop the chaos. Google revealed that a criminal syndicate was already on the verge of launching a massive cyber attack using a completely different, unrestricted AI model, while others are experimenting with OpenClaw, a rogue AI tool with absolutely zero safety guardrails. The AI cyber war isn't some distant future scenario. It's happening right now. While tech giants keep promising that AI will boost economic productivity, the only group seeing a real, highly efficient productivity boost right now is cyber criminals. We've built tools so powerful that they are actively being turned against the digital foundations of our society. When you look at all 9 of these stories together, the romanticized era of AI being just a fun, helpful chatbot in your browser is officially dead. We have officially entered the infrastructure phase. On a macro level, it's a geopolitical chess match played by tech cartels and global superpowers fighting over chips and cyber warfare. On a micro level, it is a silent corporate takeover of our jobs, our finances, our faces, and even our romantic relationships. Convenience is the ultimate Trojan horse. The real question is, how much control will we still have left? What do you think? Would you trust ChatGPT with your bank account? Or let AI handle your dating life? Drop your thoughts below. If you want to stay ahead of this fast-moving AI race, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to AI Fire for your weekly deep dives. Thanks for watching. I'm Selena, and I'll see you in the next one.